All right, y'all, I'm gonna do a quick little update video on the newest section here at Mary's place. We have the food forest to the, what is that? Oh, I'm blanking right now. North side of everything. And then on the south side, we'll have this new area. So, been kind of juggling a lot of work, having to deal with the bananas. You know, that's a freaking full-time job in of itself, between managing for the pups and managing for harvest. And so in the early mornings, I've kind of been breaking it up, doing early mornings here in the full sun, and then when it's sunnier out, we'll go in the shade. Me and my man Kenny, he's been helping me out big time. Shout out to Kenny once again. So here's just a quick rundown of what we're doing again. Kind of like a hedge tree row right here, and then everything to this side is going to be summer vegetables, also cover crops, also anything that we can plant just to get these beds planted. So I'll reiterate this, I've said this in prior videos, but here we have a lot of deer pressure here, also rabbits and just wildlife in general. There's a big wildlife population here since we have that little corridor, little wild area in the back. And so it can be a little tricky with the deer. So we're kind of just planting in abundance and seeing what happens. You know, we're not thinking of any infrastructure quite yet. If there's damage, then we will, maybe down the line. But for now, we're just planting. So there's gonna be like the little blocks. I don't know if you can see them here. Yeah, I guess you can see them. It's gonna be like, this is a veggie block, a veggie block, a veggie block, and then at the very end, it's gonna be an agroforestry block. So this whole kind of capital L section is more of the agroforestry, and everything in between here is veggies. So let's just do the rundown. Summer is hot, it's humid. Not a lot of things are going to be able to take off this time of year, so we're focusing on okra. Probably going to have to do some thinning. We're focusing on different types of squashes and pumpkins and watermelons and cucurbits that may take the summer. We got pineapples and nopales. We got some more nopales coming along. Summer heat-resistant cucumbers, which we're trialing. Going to be a lot of trial and error this summer, I'm sure. Obviously, lots of moringa. Moringa is a special plant because you can plant it anytime. You know, you can plant it with vegetables, and they'll just shoot up and not really impede on vegetables. You'll see here we got some different types of peppers. Looks like this is, well, don't know what this is actually. I should not use those popsicles anymore. Watermelon, moringa in the middle as a legacy, and then more okra on the side. Here we have some more. Got pigeon peas on the outside. I'm just trialing different ways of planting. Moringa in the middle, also okras, kind of like a hybrid of service trees that are kind of like no-brainers, like moringa and pigeon pea, along with summer vegetables. It's just a big gamble during our summers. You never know what we're gonna get. We can get crazy hurricanes, we can get intense thunderstorms, we can have a super dry, crispy summer like last year. So there's a lot of variables coming in the summer. So it's nice to have a diversity of things so that something will give. Of course, the ants are already going after the okra. They seem to really like the okra for whatever reason. But yeah, here's another sort of more refined consortium that I kind of figured out. Just okra at every foot or so, and then in between some sort of cucurbit, and then in between those pigeon pea for the nitrogen, since we don't really fertilize here with anything. Experimenting with winged bean. So I made a little impromptu trellis structure with bamboo and twine, and we'll see how that holds up. But really curious to see what this winged bean is going to do. Planted on both sides there. It was more of the same of that sort of consortium. Okra, pigeon pea, cucurbit, okra, pigeon pea, cucurbit down the line, and then of course the prickly pear at the end. So that's kind of the same sort of oh yeah, and I'm experimenting with just planting a bunch of sun hemp everywhere. Hopefully you can see the deer are already making short work of this mulch. Yeah, the deer are definitely doing their thing. So a lot of empty beds still. Like I said, trying to juggle a bunch of things right now, and haven't gotten around to really planting this place out yet. But definitely focused more on this hedge than anything. So we have papaya here. Papaya, got some seed bombs, moringa, the usual suspects: jack beans, moringa, castor, a pigeon pea, yeah, all those service species. We have Amelia as a derac, which is China berry, some more pineapple. We're doing more different types of banana. We have Lacatan, which is a Philippine variety. We have Goldfinger. We have Cocoa Paw, something like that, Cocoa Paw. A lot of sweet potatoes for the deer. So hopefully they eat the sweet potato, not our crops. I'm trying to propagate more of the world's best mulberries so I can finally put that online, the cuttings. So yeah, more papaya banana combo. It's a good combo for us. It's been working. Let's see. World's best. Definitely probably gonna get some deer browse on this, but whatever. Yeah, more China berry. We've got some inga, some ice cream beans that I had harvested a couple days ago. Those seeds don't last long, so I've been trying to plant those everywhere. So pretty much everywhere with a pink flag is ice cream bean inga. Really excited about those. Of course, we have right here. This is Guanacaste from Honduras that I love planting everywhere. The monkey pod, ear pod tree. Let's see. Sugar cane as well. Taking advantage of the full sun context that we have here. Trying to plant more sugar cane. So this is kind of contrary to what I preach, which is, when you're plant a section at a time that are close to each other so that you can, if you need to water, you can water everything at the same time and you're not kind of stressing yourself out trying to plant this big area. But because we have the overhead irrigation everywhere and I don't have to worry about watering, I can sort of bend the rules a little bit and plant willy-nilly everywhere, even though that's not really what I would recommend for people if you don't have irrigation. Okay, yep. This is more pineapple. These flags represent Edo, which is like a type of taro, kind of like a nice a little smaller ball. So a bunch of castor beans coming up, pigeon peas and moringa. And of course, yeah, like I said, all the ice cream beans are in there. Just waiting on them to pop out. More sugar cane. Bananas, always helpful no matter what. I've got a little edge here of jack beans. I'm going a little less heavy on the jack beans this time around because I've realized it's not really needed because we have so much mulch already. It's a lot of work for something that it's a lot of work to maintain the jack beans, and like I said, we already have so much organic matter that we can kind of skip that step of the jack beans. One thing I do like about the jack beans though is that they do provide like a cool little ground cover kind of thing that I really witnessed to them protect the interior plants from deer browse. So I still incorporated some, but not as much as we did when we first started over there. Got the cool variegated maho, sea hibiscus, whatever. Got some couple plants gifted to us. This is like a whatever agave type of thing. And yeah, so then here's some more of the agroforestry rows. So bananas, all those flags are the ice cream bean seeds, seed bombs. I didn't do a seed bomb this time around because this is such a small sort of section in the grand scheme of things that I'm able to like do them alternating. So I seeded, you know, ice cream bean, ice cream bean, ice cream bean. I only flagged ice cream bean because that's the most important part. And then in between, I did like moringa, moringa, moringa. And then in between that, I did like pigeon pea, pigeon pea, pigeon pea. And then in between that one, I did cotton, which you can see here actually. Super stoked to, had really good results working with cotton and last year, and experimenting with it some more. You can see it's already starting to come out. It's a race between the cotton and the castor bean. They're pretty fast. That's kind of the way I do it. That's how I do it. And when I have the, like I said, when it's a smaller section, I'm able to do it without feeling like I'm wasting my time. Usually the seed bombs are like, boom, you're in the ground, move on to the next thing. If you have a humongous area, then yeah, you put all the seeds in the cup and put them in there and you manage later. But this way I'm able to, from the very beginning, have everything right where they need to be. It makes for a more refined result and a little bit less managing work with the hand pruners. But yeah, that's kind of it. Things are starting to pop here. Here's a random custard apple that I transplanted. And yeah, a lot of China berries. I've been seeing awesome results with China berries, and I want to continue working with them moving forward. Seems like a very much more cost-effective version of the Carimbia or the green eucalyptus or whatever. Let's see. Oh yeah, in this little area here, this is a Lacatan. Super excited about this is an area where the skid steer operator kind of just dumped a bunch of the sod that he scraped off. And he didn't know where to put it, so he kind of just put it all here. So I kind of just seeded a bunch of crazy seeds everywhere, and it seems like the only one that kind of took off was the sorghum Sudan. I did sorghum Sudan, cow peas, sun hemp. I think I did some pigeon peas as well, but it seems like the sorghum Sudan really took over. And then of course these kind of native ground covers, or not, I don't know if they're native or not, but they're the usual suspects that come up in Florida, this area. Probably gonna turn this into a banana propagation station, putting corms like really close to each other and kind of just using them strictly for propagation. Because an issue that I'm running into over here is I have to kind of float between managing the bananas for the fruit production and at the same time managing it for pup production, and those two managing styles kind of clash with each other. So if I can have a dedicated area for just like banana propagation, that would be awesome. And I think I'm going to do that over here. Yeah, we're slowly but surely chipping away at this. I would ideally like to have just like planted everything. The irrigation's already here, planted everything and let summer take its course. And you know, we could have had cover crops and a bunch of things greening up by now, but it's only me and Kenny for the most part, and we can only keep up with so much. So this is a, like everything else I do, I guess, is a chipping away at it slowly but surely kind of deal. But that's it. That's the update. We'll see what happens this summer. But at the very least, the important part is that we're putting roots in the ground, roots in the beds. We're planting stuff. It doesn't matter if we get a big yield out of it or nothing, or not. We're really kind of just focusing on getting roots in the ground so that come fall time, when it is actual time for, you know, more veggie season, then we'll have a more fertile place. Just leave y'all off with this little flowering cactus.